All right, I showed this image in my last video. This comes from the United Nations homepage, COVID-19 pandemic, an unprecedented wake-up call for all inhabitants of Mother Earth. All inhabitants of Mother Earth. Now, there has never been a real photo taken from space or taken of space in the history of the world, right? Never one authentic photo has ever been taken from space or of space, and this is no exception to that rule. Look closely. That's not a photograph of Mexico or North America, all right? It's not even a very good painting, all right? They better hire some new artists at NASA. Very disappointing. So we got Mother Earth, and here we have the Mother Goddess, Matrika, from the mid-6th century from India. Now, India, of course, had the transvestite priest called Hijra, and they still do. They trace their origins back thousands of years, like 3,000 years, 4,000 years. Why do these mother goddesses have transvestite priests? Well, look closely. Matrika seems a little bit excited. Something's going on with Matrika, something very unusual. And it says, now this is from the Met Art Museum webpage. This figure is one of a group of 7 mother goddesses that sprang from an associated Hindu male god. You see that? It comes from a male god. The mother goddess comes from a male god, and it seems to have retained some maleness. Matrika is a male to female transvestite, all right? The mother god of Hinduism is an androgyne. And it almost looks like there's a sun disk behind the head, otherwise known as a corona. And look what it says here. These Matrika represent dangerous and malevolent forces, the devourers of children and bearers of sickness and disease. Oh, bearers of sickness and disease. And for some reason, this image here made me think of this incident. Now, when I originally saw that mother goddess figure, there was a glare on my computer screen, so I couldn't see it clearly, and I thought, well, is that just the fabric of the garment? Is that just like a crease in the garment? Or is that can't be an actual, but that's what it is. So it kind of made me think of this clip right here, First Lady, right? Mother Goddess, First Lady kind of thing. The Shadow Queen. Looks like we got some Matrika reenactment. We got ourselves a follower of Matrika on the Ellen Show. Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, fun. Oh, yes, and it runs in the family as well. It runs in the family. And now here's an interesting thing I found out about. I was going to make this video last year, but they shut my channel down. All right, so you got Eddie Redmayne with the red lips, the Danish girl, all right? He played an androgyne. He played a transvestite. And then the next movie she made, all right, the next movie she made was called Jupiter Ascending, where he played a god. Okay, so played an androgyne in the first movie. The next movie, he played a god. And we're going to see this pattern again. Crying Game, remember that, from 1992. We got this actor here, Jay Davidson. All right, Jay Davidson, nominated for an Oscar. All right, that was like his first movie ever made. So, Crying Game played a transvestite. The following movie played Ra, the god Ra in Stargate. And that's really the only 2 movies this person's ever made. So played a transvestite, and then the next movie played a god. It's clearly an androgynous god if you watch the movie in the way, the mannerisms and all that. Very feminine. And there's that symbol in the back, the sun disk with the horns that Lady Gaga just tattooed on his forehead recently. So this person was also a model. And look at that, the gap. Oh yeah, the hidden hand. The gap. You got to get the androgynous models out there. 2 actors playing transvestites, and then the following movie, they play gods. I don't think that's a coincidence, all right? I mean, there's a reason for that. And it's kind of a subliminal, brainwashing they do to the public. At the bottom it says, the doctor is curing me of the sickness that was my disguise. They want us all to wear a mask now, and masks have always been part of pagan rituals, all right? So there's something really serious about putting us all in masks. And this whole lockdown thing, this whole thing they're doing to us this year is a huge initiation ritual for all of us. It's almost like a mass sacrifice or something, a transitional sacrifice. That's what they're putting the world through right now. My mother made me understand that every human society is a pyramid and that some lives will always matter more than others. It is better to accept this than to pretend it isn't true. I create life and I destroy it. Life is an act of consumption. Jupiter. To live is to consume. Now, the human beings on your planet are merely a resource waiting to be converted into capital. And this entire enterprise is just a small part in a vast and beautiful machine defined by evolution, designed to a single purpose, to create profit. I will harvest that planet tomorrow before I let her take it from me. They're harvesting people. There's the trans couple with the pyramids, right? The trans couple with the pyramids. And they like their pyramids, balance, harmony, unity. So we got the Mother Earth goddess, and they're trying to recreate the world into the image of the Mother Earth goddess, which is this androgynous image. All right, they're trying to destroy the old world and create the new world. Now there's the actor today seems to have become some kind of serpent, and there's the old sun disk behind the Mother Goddess, who also has some male generative parts, self-generating, right? And here you see the pyramid as the phallus and the circle as the feminine generative principle, the phallus and the chalice. And Stargate, kind of an anagram for Astarte, actually. Close, not exactly maybe, but pretty close. And look at this gate, by the way, the gate, the circle around the pyramid, kind of a corona type figure. And there's the United Nations. Now, for some reason, the United Nations has like a little logo for COVID-19. It kind of looks pretty similar, right? It's very similar, not exactly the same, but maybe there's a connection there. You know, not only are they enslaving the human race because of the common cold, there's also a lot of, ritual aspects to what's going on, Kabbalistic, Freemasonry, sorcery, occult, Satanism, all this stuff, all right? And there's the old United Nations flat earth surrounded by the symbols of the Mother Goddess, the fertility symbols of the wheat harvest, right? Symbols of the wheat harvest, which is actually us. They're going to harvest us. And it also symbolizes the wreath that was put on the heads of ancient Roman and Greek leaders, which was basically a crown. They love their circles, they love their pyramids. It's all sacred geometry, which very difficult to understand it completely. You see the corona, the light around the one eye. And it says New Order of the Ages right there, right? Stargate, Astarte. Astarte is the Mother Goddess, right? And in the movie Event Horizon, they opened up the gates of hell with something that kind of looks like a sun disk or a hole, the circle. And again, you see that circle there, right? The circle imagery, the circle around the pyramid. And I just kind of wonder if Bill Gates was named after the Stargate, and he's trying to open up the gates of hell with his vaccine.